about Feargus MacLetchy. Chynnas gur rí aló Feargus MacLetchy began do chónaí an ardwatha. Well, Majin, Gaeilge, Gréine, Sauri, dag sé ardwatha lena charabador, agus hannig an year leis. Agus hannig sin balathe le síos ga tra ruaire. Bhí tarsa gan am sin agus lí sé síos a tra bolag le grían. Agus hannig terchimer agus het sé na chaló. Ní ró sé na chaló rá womate. Gydí gydanig slúa bag, lúa charpan, a nís as fuin erige. Hannig sé ysda, lína chwn sio sesir a tef sio sesir a tef ele, agus choge, gydas cwan, agus hosi a siol ar eis hon na farige. Ny'r wasgal fergal, dwrs me, gwrw tersa yn a chalw gycwan. Gydji, gyrwwl ac oedd cos a nisge. Now, nŵr a wwl a chos a nisge, wasgal sydd ei gech. For sy grym ar bert acw fwy'n a hasgail, agos bert, agos cym dyn erle, fwy wacan a laive. Agos, Jimmy an slw ele. Na lwch harpan a leg, Jimmy lo, dyn I bag mar sio. Hartfa mej wydl wenya. Arash, ysdech yn nisge lo. Agos fagu, Feargus yn chyn le trwy'r acw.
Since Feargus MacLetchy was King of Ulster, he lived in Armagh. Yin brave summer's day, he took his chariot here with him and drove the whole way down here to Loch Ruairi. At the end of the journey, he was sae wabbit and he lay down on the sandy shore and he fod fast sleeping. He hadn't been sleeping for 12 minutes when a crowd of wee folk come up out of the water, lifted him, sacks on each side, and headed back to the water. They were Leprechauns. Is that right?
Sure, Leprechauns.
Leprechauns. Wee bodies, leprechauns in English. They were tiny wee folk, nae more than the size of milk bottles. When Fergus's foot touched the water, Feargus quickly woke up and got a couple of them under his oxter and another of them in the hook of his arm. He leaped and stood up and the rest of the leprechauns ran back into the sea.
Now, nor a wahi Feargus could you fi agye, fi lochared. Agus nor a hannig se gur rí denachel, fa fod je a locha a richt. Hog se na dini bagge seo a raiska a had wa hagus chwrs se soos ar a table eid, maar kosher no, siamse an da na ian a hannig again. Agus hoes en a rei gomai le couple of blian. De dini bagge ar a table, ja, bugadi hard agus a kanslis agus ahan and ahan go ahan a jelle just fische mar a televisie gewoon genam. Anyway, fin de dini bagge jeri kon no wede. Ach niet op feilako, maar fische de kinne de prisonie agge. Ach dat fajaro han ik notion de dragen a ri. Breb de kennel a hoort da. Jeltje da, go doorhoesje da, dan ri. En komers en een hadel fui en eske. Nou, vi sin, Feargus vi sin. Is hogje en komers sin da, is Ní roiachant sílab sin go fi cinneal a bhain a go leis. Thachol leis siúl fuin eisce a fi cinneal a bhainas ní ro cead aige háart a riú a rais go Loch Ruairi. Just cinneal a bhain. Na tar a rais go Loch Ruairi. Siúl se fin bhain, fin legan, fin chalan, fin Loch Éirne, fin Loch Anya. Acht fa dhearú Hannig sé rais, go Lochrory.
When Feargus noticed what he'd caught, he was delighted, sonsie, and he took the wee folk back with him to Armagh to show them off in public, keeping a tight grip on them and the mare of the charioteer to do all the driving. Before they reached him, Feargus discovered that the wee bodie he had in the crook of his arm was no less than the king of the wee folk who lived under the sea. Back in his palace, Feargus used to pit the wee king on the board aside his wineglass as an entertainment for his guests, and they had never seen the likes of afore. The wee bodie, of course, wanted to gang him, but he had no way of escaping. At long last, he offered to gie Feargus the poor to breathe under water if he would let him go. Feargus agreed, but there was one condition to the poor, that Feargus would never return to Lochrory. The wee king was let go him, and Feargus wandered under the locks and burns of Ulster, Ban and Foyle, Loch Earn and Loch Ness, everywhere you can. But in the end, of course, he came back here to Lochrory.
Now, Shul, Bra, Fwada Gaeilge mean and this ke os de chlegin, hart for shaw. Fan, lag. So, golas death da, vi mishnia Feargus. Vi should go, Shul, Funarigan. That problem. Anyway, we should just jira better all of one, Fuineske, the Rahanekshan Mordrish. Bachia, overzag more, meefer. Le meeltje bratje ge. Ik is jallige, a gobo a macha sach gach bratog. Blag jallige neviola. Anyway, nur a honig, Marina, Marie, and Farshaw at Chatige. Fische Kohurfasa. Ik is daskele wel, ama, ik raag loos. Fische kan mee versen. Ik is schuntetje erach. En dat wasn't, ik is rische kekastig, a begende, a bedjalish. En hannisch ama ha keewes, a chapheilish, he gach bratog. Ik is, nur a hannisch rasige tre, hetje, ligge, and shin.
It's a brave lang down there until your head is under the water round here, and Feargus was confident enough to up to that. When he saw the murderess, the sea bramble, a muckle hackett brute with God knows who many arms, and the poor to change its own shape quicker than the human een can see, fear and disgust and dread skelped Feargus all at once. Such scunner that Fergus's mouth opened the way out to baith his lugs. He turned on his heel and ran away to escape frae it, while making wild sweeps at the tentacles of the murderess, with a kiltabog, his great blade, till he reached dry land. He collapsed where he stood, and the charioteer took him quietly home. Really quietly, for at that particular time, a king had to be without any physical defect whatsoever, or he couldn't remain as a king.
The vacuum dinner be Feargus. Ik is a very fosca jamahagan shin, ik is no oe, and I. But Jarrow the shin. Ni vev shin already. Ik is nis messen the shin. Ni vev job in Carabador. Nor ik ni dini ella of your goppers a coach. So, hockey shed and rudder bekati ano na a choda woloch is a chastle. A shamna ganz gachen. Honest na vacu sé hen. Mar a roa segge, grosse ko, scarol sin a gunk. Ni ano sé wat ni legu sé grosse scarol no. But you're right. Hannig sin go mai, go kon 7 million. En sin vrish epidem amach. Epidem flu. Karsel is an epidem COVID er omertje. Epidem flu. Vi ahen in a sanage. Sin. Ach, Kalina wan. Ban heel der benjem de je dorn. Now.
If only Bodie saw Feargus on his mouth open frae one side of his physog to the other, it would be the end of his kingship, and the end of the career of the charioteer, and the end of all the careers in that court. Back in Armagh, Feargus was carried in, completely blenched and pit, hidden in a chamber with 8 mirrors, so that he couldn't see his own physog. Things rested, say, for years, until an epidemic of flu broke out, and every servant in the place was sick, except a wifey hostage by the name of Dorn.
Now, nuair a tháinig Dorn na steach sa teamra, tháinig siise an rí, agus dúirt si, ach, gach, Feargus ba, go dé that, an bhagad tú hen, te cé bhfuil a glad, an me sé, Dorn dag, ní dhéanamh sa dáthad, an bhfuil sa gahan na go bhfuil dó a chléide mete. Agus an sin, háil sé libh an bail in ró isce a bhartha. Onk. Donk. Feargus is teachas an isce, agus tháinig sé. Don chéadúr, agus an uair. Chur sin feargar, haring sé maithe cléo, agus chuaigh sé Dorn bach in a Gaeilge. A maithe doras leis, is a steach éana charabad, agus síos siar a reis go Loch Ruairi. Agus a steach in san isce. Bhí feargar in mírí seo. Ní ró misne a dhéar, bhí sé gol an deabhal rutain a warú, agus chud siad na fáil le agus ihe. Agus muidín. Haring sé I héan amach arsid Ruairi. Hág suas a chlé agus dúirt, Tampú adam! Agus sin a rohan, het sé. Marú. Hannig tan Ruairi iste. Slúda sé Feargus, agus an chalad bolach, agus an naid. Ach nuair a thuair sé maithríist. Bhí Feargus an sin. Ach, bhí an chalad bar dhéirí. Tá sé de bhhaile legam gur manan an mac léir a chuide.
Once she come into the king's chamber, she saw his look of terror and started laughing at him and smirling at him. Would you look at the cut of you, Feargus? What are you scared of? Is it myself? Does anybody else ken you are a snivelling, spineless coward? She showed him his physog in the shaving water. When Feargus saw his own physog, a terrible fit of anger come over him. He pulled out the collabog, his claymore, and chopped poor Dorn into 2 halves. Off he went in his chariot straight back to Loch Ruairi, looking for the murderess. They fought all day and all night, but Feargus' anger was stronger than the murderous brutality, and the exhaustion of the murderess was more unco than Feargus' weariness. And afore midday, Feargus pulled himself up onto first aid Ruairi's sandbank, raised the callad bulg, and gailed, "I won." That was as much as he could do, and he lay down dead in a pool of blood. Ton Rory's tidal wave, come in and covered the body, but when it ebbed, the callad bulg was awa. It was Manannán that stole it, I suppose.
Bolivar. My